Flag, that hurt. Will's no stranger to contact and played in the all-world team.
No, it's nice when you're going to
Just people you can't.
Test, test. Yeah, that's okay. Working. We have one mic. This is the mic. And we're live. I don't know if you have to have sound, but
Hello, so this is Henning Schmidt calling from the Ken Galluccio Cup 2019, and we have our first bit of technology up here at Field A. We're entering into the game of Hampstead in black calling from the United Kingdom and against Amsterdam from the Netherlands, their current champion. Black currently sits a penalty for one man unsportsmanlike for 61 after he questioned a call from the lead referee. And here is a second call against Black. It appears to be a technical for 30 seconds. Amsterdam down by 7. But more importantly, they have the significantly short bench. So we will see how they can make those two things work together for them. Albeit after the group stage, not all is lost because there is the group stages followed by a player format here at the European Club Lacrosse Championships. White moving the ball, going around, Black aggressively on the ball. Step down shot and a decent backup if closely. If I'm not mistaken, one is Brian Vandenbosch and Black in the goal. Here we go. White with another shot. On a save. And Brian moves it neatly over to the wing. 43 on black. Has got legs and speed. Moves around and moves the ball. White on white. Damage over there. This could be the opportunity White are looking for if they capitalize on it. So a little bit of unrest, but expect 61 in black here to get some time. Or as Coach McCurrier earlier called it to me in a conversation about the game they were watching, some air under the ball. Will Pickett, 24 in black, all word selection 2018 on the ball. Nick Smith in black backs up the ball, 21 in black. The helmet you see is the Luxembourg Lacrosse helmet. He did play for Luxembourg in the World Championship and was the top scorer of that team. So, and this is exactly what we expected to see. Black is a lot more clinical on the ball. Make sure they have the possession, and they don't seem to be at risk of losing the ball anytime soon. So 61 continues to have the ball, 16 on the ball, shot, and the immediate backup from 0 in black. The keys to the game are, as they always are, as I finally sit down, couple of meters elevated over the game, possession of the ball, and then consequently more shots on goal, and therefore more goals, and therefore you win the game. 0 driving from behind goal. Poule neatly shut off the angle, but Black weren't really looking to press anywhere close here. Apologies. And here is a further move by Black. Going on 61 looking dodge. He has the alley. Gets around with the stutter step. Looks for the crease feet. It's not there. Bounce. Smith on the ball. That's his move. Coming up. Moving around. Expect the shot. And a nice little bouncer. That's all it takes from there. Brian Potter, 42. Backing up the ball. Brian Potter formerly played in the NLL quite some time ago by now, but he really hasn't lost the hands or to some degree also the speed, but certainly his vision is there. It's incredibly dangerous for Max just because he knows how to move the ball and he always hits it on target. The goalie with another good play, clearing the ball almost by himself. And here we go. Netherlands moving the ball across.
Test.
And the main thing that we need to
Test.
see now is a clean, give it a minute, give it two of possession for, I'm pretty sure you just heard a radio behind me. So we're still working through things, and there's a group of about, I think, 90 volunteers putting together an amazing event here with food and other things, and it's entirely worthwhile coming here. If you would like to see lacrosse at its best at the moment here in Europe, that's the place to be. Ken Galluccio Cup in Ghent. Ghent also, by the way, is an absolutely marvelously beautiful city, so there's every reason to be here for sightseeing and for lacrosse watching, and you pick what you like better. So number 16, White driving the ball for Max, going up, neatly held the possession, and just let that slip by. Now 2 black shirts on the ball, going through, clever little play. 21 almost picks it up. Come on, Nick, you got that nice. First one he didn't, second one he got. 61 on the ball. That's a broken play right now. Let's see, 0 at the crease. And 21 again on the ball, moving around. So 32 with a red helmet joining the matchup. And 24. So the crew you heard from the right are the Hamburg Warriors. They have the next game. They recently won the German National Championship after a couple of years of almost winning it. So that should be the next interesting team to look at. But do not discount anyone in this tournament. They're all national champions, and they all are here for a reason. They are very much the team that you want it to be. 21 almost packed it up, but didn't quite push hard enough. Let's see what the ride's going to be. It's a white ball, so we'll pick a 24, makes back to midfield, and here we go. Cycling the ball back. The strong Dutch keeper moving the ball nice and calm. Every second they can hold the ball now will help them establish some degree of momentum, which will then help them actually close the gap, or at least cut it, and then eventually overcome the deficit should they find the right decisions. Nice midfielder clear. 22 managed to kind of catch up, but not quite, or he just cleverly chose not to go. Here we go. Amsterdam have one sub player
Als
and
je iets
they
verandert,
need the break that they're
of
calling
een
right
change
now. It's
zone,
a timeout.
dan verandert het.
So
Anders
the
doe ik dat
question
niet, want ik heb er net
that
iets
Amsterdam needs to
gescoord.
answer right now is how can we get goals without having to run against a roster that's about double our size?
Ja, want dat is al
Moreover,
remote. En dat is wel beter voor zo
Hampstead,
rond te zitten prutsen en
by
dan
the way, one of the
die
oldest lacrosse clubs in the UK. I'm not going to say it's the oldest because someone will correct me
en
because I
eens
will
dat
get it wrong, but it's over 100
die
years
zien
old.
komen.
And it's run by Dennis Tobin, who's employing a
Ja.
significant amount of personal
En
time and
alle
resource to
captures de
keep this
5
team going in its strongest.
Test.
Last year, this
Hi.
team won
Hi.
4 different competitions, and they are now on their way to attempt and win the 5th competition in this season. It's a team full of international players. The colorful helmets show you Australia 24. That's Will Pickett. It's also all world selection. You would have other players from, I've seen a Jamaican helmet and a few other helmets. So it's quite the team. That's not to say that one of the tallest teams in the field here, at least going by statistics, has something to prove and show here. And we'll see what the Amsterdam Lions have to say. Amsterdam, like most other big capitals in Europe, has a thriving lacrosse club that definitely benefits from the upside of a thriving and big metropolitan metropole to live and work in. One of the key factors for club lacrosse in Europe, if you want to win a championship, is the degree to which you can either build your own competitive players, i.e., expose them to good competition, or the extent to which you can recruit already competitive players. Hampstead Lacrosse Club are very good at the latter. They are very good at attracting talent. 52 with a bruising check, moving over. Little jitter on the ball, but here we go. Get some time under the ball. Just own the ball for a bit. That wasn't a very nice pass, but he got away. That's a strong check, and we would like to hear if the referee really didn't feel it was a cross check, but if he doesn't call it, it's not there. There's a shot, and the lack of backup is costing them dearly. This was all the right things to do until White failed to place someone behind goal. It's these, let's call them unforced errors that are creating less possession, and the less possession you have, the less opportunity to score exists. Hampstead on the shot, backed up by 12. And I'll be joined imminently by Rick Mercurio. Here we have the next goal for Black. Rick Mercurio is about to join us. He's here on a World Lacrosse coaching clinic where he's helping European coaches to be better coaches. And I think he's live now. Is he now live?
Well, thank you for inviting me up here, Henning.
You're very welcome. It's always good to
Little
have some
technical
help.
difficulty, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are now, and we talked about this before we got the microphones going about what does Amsterdam have to do to turn this around. It's a what 8-9 goal margin, so somewhere
Well,
beyond an easy turnaround. So if this is your team, what do you do?
well, first of all, you don't have much on the bench, so you can't rely on just making it a transition game and going up and down the field. You have to be smart about it. You have to convince your team that you're going to go one goal at a time. Have to play tough defense, but when you're on offense, you have to hold on to that ball. You have to put a little air under it, rotate that ball around, share the ball. Don't be eager to shoot. If you have transition, great. Recognize it and take the shot. But if you don't, take the air out of the ball and hold on to it. Give your chance, your team a chance to slow down and get some rest, and then just take one goal at a time.
Yeah, so we need to. So basically, I think what we're asking them to do is cut the deficit, meet the deficit, then overcome the deficit. And I think the what we would want to see is no more bad passes in transition, and if someone backs up the ball, this will help massively.
Yeah, you have to limit the touches on the other team. You just can't let them have the ball. They have great offensive players. You got to limit the amount of times they're going to have the ball.
Yeah. Thank you very much to Mr. Volowitz for commenting on the quality of the sound. We appreciate that. And yeah, also Trevor Rogers is watching. So if you don't know Trevor, Trevor has been a instrumental person in building Southern English lacrosse. He was champion, is now here in the shape Hampstead Lacrosse. So yeah, delighted to see that. If you have any specific questions, shoot me a short commentary here, and I'll make my best to answer to it. So so here we go for the next bit of lacrosse, the face-off. So now that we're here with someone from World Lacrosse, the face-off, does it stay or does it go?
I was one of those guys who didn't want to see the face-off leave the game for traditional reasons.
Yeah,
Um, and I can't compare international lacrosse too much to NCAA lacrosse.
yeah,
I do the color commentating for the Big Ten Plus network,
yeah,
but I just feel at this point that the face-off, one person has too much to do with the outcome of the game.
yeah,
So I would look for another avenue to go down rather than having a face-off.
yeah, yeah. I've looked into the history of basketball, and basketball has gone through quite some iterations. They used to have a jump guy that will only jump up and tip the ball to someone. Um, Arguably, lacrosse isn't quite as big as professional basketball just yet, but with recent changes in professional lacrosse, maybe we'll definitely see this beautiful game change. Because
You will. There's a
here we go now, Black Potter on X, looking to go. That guy rarely misses a pass,
well, they have a good inside
and
game, and there it is right there. Good shot.
and the
Yep.
goalie likes his positioning. He doesn't really flinch. He earlier had a hundred something kilometers an hour shot coming at him, and he either didn't see it at all or he did, but he definitely didn't move at all. So
Well, he had good positioning, and
yeah,
80% of goaltending is positioning yourself to make the save. I know that our viewers didn't see the first few goals that Hampstead had, but I would say about 50% of their goals is coming from the inside or on the crease or near the
yep,
crease.
yep, and most of them were far side bouncers after the ball handler had made the goalie move. So seems Hampstead have found a solution to beat that keeper and make him go on the move. There we go, wrapped it around the corner, immediately eaten, and he's
He,
for a goalie that is that much active the whole time. He is actually doing a good job of moving around here. Otter unhappy with his teammates for how no one wants to ride other than him. And so, is he going to go for glory or is he going to hold the ball? He's going to go for glory. And that,
opportunity
I
missed
think
right
I like
there.
that
Yeah,
shot.
yeah. It's a good take. It's a good
Oh,
take.
and he missed it the right way. He
Right.
didn't miss it into the keeper. He missed it
Right.
far side with the backup coming.
There are shots that are not so good, and then there are shots that are good takes. They don't all go in.
Yeah, but you got to make the keeper appreciate that you're there, and that if he's not doing everything that you want him to do, then you will score.
It's
So
difficult to shoot without scoring, right?
it's hard, huh? So nice hard check on there, but the Dutch team has a fair amount of box players,
Have a flag down.
and he did this. The one of the key differences in the refereeing here is that the Hampstead is full of English and North American players, and they're used to a more physical version of the
Yeah.
game. Referees in North America will arguably ref to a different rulebook.
Yeah.
And here
Good
we
shot
go.
from
That's a nice
outside.
little shot, but that's well taken. And that's what he does well. He did that at the World Cup the whole
Yeah.
time. Step down shot, far side bounce. Never at 100 miles an hour, but always in the goal.
Yeah. I can't speak to the differences in officiating from one country to the next, or the NCAA versus the MLL or the PLL, but I could certainly tell you that slash call was a little picky there. I mean, usually to get a slash call, and let's say the MLL or NCAA even, you got to feel that slash to make it a call. That
Yeah,
being said,
that's one of the key differences, though,
yeah,
because around here, I personally would insist that if you wind up and I'm not convinced that you're going to make a safe
sure,
check, I will flag that,
sure,
and I won't feel bad about it.
sure. I mean, the
So,
essence of any rule, as well you know, is based on
and
safety
here
and
we go.
fair
That's
play.
another flag.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. That was a lot of, and he's like, no, that's not okay. So
Another slash call.
another slash call for a minute.
For those of you who are asking or wondering what a slash call is, it's obviously you could check the person with your stick, but you have to make contact with the stick or the opponent's gloves. If you come across their arms, you're not making contact with the stick of the glove. They can call a slash, but that often happens in lacrosse. Obviously,
Look at the slick ball movement right now.
yeah,
That's
good
really
ball
nice
movement
and
there.
fast. Here we go, step down shot, and oof. That came
Goalie gets
around the
yep.
defender. That was where you want it, right? Hip side high.
Well, it was screened. The goalie didn't see that ball until it was right on him. He shot it right off the defender's hip, and when that happens, the goalie can't pick up the ball until it's too late.
It takes a teammate that's prepared to take a bruising though, because if you miss it by a little bit, it's quite it's definitely not a goal.
Mm.
I'm speaking from personal experience here. One of my former teammates
Well, I
tried to
always
tell me to shoot. He wanted to shoot off the screen, and then he shot
uh,
into me. So here we go. One more face-off, but it didn't look like they were actually trying to win that. They got a man in the sin bin still, and he comes in now.
Well, I think on that he might not be the face-off personnel for that team, and he was just stepping back to let him have the face-off and just play defense rather than giving up a clean face-off and giving him transition, especially when they were man
Yeah,
down.
19 Black not happy with the referee here. He swiped the ball out of the crease as it bounced, and our our referee felt that that was an illegal procedure and called that, but it appears that the lacrosse gods felt differently and give the ball back to Black. Brian Potter on the ball driving from the wing. He could easily go one-on-one here if he chooses to, but he's normally good at finding the free man. 32 on the ball. Alley dodge. It's not quite there. Shifting the ball to Axe, but that wasn't a very nice pass. Straight to the ankle. 12 on the ball, looking to make a little look. 61 up there. 16 on the far side has potentially a whole ton of space. And there you go. That's a one. Swing it around one more. Paul
Yeah,
Potter on the ball. That could be it.
showing
Nope.
great patience on offense here. That's going to usually result in a goal.
We'll take that shot, and 18 is the automatic backup. And it appears the the cost of this tournament has gone up by €1.50. That's how much a lacrosse ball is when it goes astray over there.
These balls get expensive.
Well, it's I can't tell you what to do. I have no idea how you can possibly not lose lacrosse balls. But okay, nice little hidden ball trick that didn't quite work. But 18 on the ball,
Inside move again.
and 42. It worked well enough to fool the defense in white.
That's at least his second or third goal right from that spot there.
Yep.
Defense has to be very aware of where he is at, especially on the inside. When he cuts on the inside or sets a pick,
Yeah.
he's usually going to set a pick and return back to the inside. When I say inside, it's right in front of the crease.
I had the fortune slash misfortune to see Brian Potter in practice a couple of times. He was two teams north of me, and he's he's not very static, and he doesn't need an awful lot of space. So
So you played against him?
yeah,
So you didn't
he
really
was.
see him. You saw where he was going.
That's very true. I also heard his number called out in practice a lot when he scored. He
Uh,
was our head coach and did a very good job there.
well, usually if you hear your number called out by the opposing coaches, watch where 42 is. So you know you're doing a pretty decent job on offense when they're aware where you are.
Well, if you're a defender and let's say dodge on 27, that's not so nice though.
Oh, there's a rebound
Oh,
and a
and the
nice
goalie,
save.
the goalie again made that save, and I'm loving how fast he gets it upfield. If
He's got quick hands and a great release once he saves it.
yeah,
Now here's where they have to be patient on
yeah.
offense.
So I think right now you have to just say, all right, it's a lot. We're down. The first thing we need is good 60 seconds of them on the other side,
Sure.
not really having to do much because
He just ran 80 yards one way and 80
and
yards the other. Now you have to you guys go by meters here. I don't know how that translates, but from
or
one
the
side of the field to the other, how's that?
yeah, it's a meter is about a yard. It's just that it's a meter is 100 centimeters, and it's all so logical because the multiples of 10.
Uh,
So it's not that hard, but nice.
Dangerous pass there. Was able to get
Dangerous
away with it.
pass here. 50 and like really was looking for a lot of takeaways, and that talk. We had some place where you wished he would have been just a little bit less flashy because his footwork's there. It just
He had good
goes,
stick protection. Kept that ball on his stick.
yeah,
Was
goes for glory a lot
yep.
though. 58. Here we go.
You can see they're getting a
So
little bit tired because they're standing flat-footed on these passes,
yeah, so we got
and
one
they're
guy, one
lazy
guy
passes.
parking
Yep.
at X. That's our automatic backup now, and neatly squared out, already in position. The moment he has the ball, defender is already where he needs to be. So that's definitely a factor to consider. And here's the turnover, moving the ball. there is virtually no ride at the moment. Your team is
So,
wide open, and he just chooses to carry.
so if I had a suggestion in this situation where you're down by this many goals with limited time, you talk about your offenses. What offenses do you run? I would pretty much go to a wide 2-2-2 so that you're keeping the ball perimeter,
Yeah.
and then you can go a morph into another
Oh, here we
offense
go.
and put a
That's a
guy.
low
He
transition play. Look at the right
got
wing.
two on
There's a
one.
free look.
Good look.
Oh,
Oh,
they can't quite get it into the stick. That's unfortunate. There was one little check on the stick as it went from left to right. We heard a whistle, but I think that was from the other field. So Black with a little shovel pass, 51 on there. And so here Hampstead now have the advantage of the bench. The long pole can just kind of move up, substitute off. So, and that was the first pass from 42. That was wide. Watch for 42. He has the ball, and the play is red.
try to do a little two-man game, hidden ball trick, but didn't work out.
Well, I got to try it.
Yep.
Got to offer the look. Plus,
Ali.
we're up by 10. You need to do something a bit more interesting. That goalie will feel this game.
Plus, they know we're streaming it, and they want to be on the highlight films later on.
Well, ESPN just called and said
Yeah.
this one wasn't it.
We'll show this in.
Okay, so that's a lot of physical defense. 42 again, and this is what he does so well, timing it right. And there is nowhere, that ball is at zero risk of getting lost the moment he has it. It's not like,
There's that inside move.
and
Good
one
save.
more time.
He's got
That
great
comes in.
hands.
And he's not afraid to go where the GB is, huh? He
Yeah.
just goes right.
Unfortunate turnover there.
I'm pretty sure the Turf Monster just made an appearance.
Yeah. The yellow lines are a little bit thicker on this field.
Yeah, as long as it's not a sniper and someone wipes out completely, it's all fine. Oh,
Good check there.
want to look at what stick he has because that stick certainly retained the ball when there was a lot of traffic on it. Here we go, 24, will pick it.
No goal. There was a whistle before the shot. That was called a hold on the
Well,
crease. So, yeah.
I think it was a hold or an illegal screen. It was something technical at the crease, so here we go. 32
Well,
moves the ball, and the clock's on the field. There isn't a lot of time left. For Hampstead is also the question, do I risk much now? I'm up by 10, and I don't really need the goal differential. If they want to win this tournament, they basically need to flat out win every game. Oh, and that's very unfortunate. Off the own stick, strict. Here we go, 4-3, and a whistle. And
fortunate for them on that turnover, they did ran out of time.
yeah,
They ran out of
42
time.
would have.
Yeah.
There was like 5 ways Brian would have scored that goal.
Yeah.
So I think this is our first game of the day, at least for this quarter. So final score 12-1, if I read it correctly from here, and I think I am. Hampstead arrived with a message for the rest of the tournament, I'd say. They certainly offer a deep roster, and they offer a roster full of strength.
Might be the team to beat.
So how would you go about it, Coach? How would you do it? So you have a kind of same depth in terms of numbers,
So
maybe.
if I'm looking at them, I'm not. You don't look at the other team so much as what they have. You have to realize and be realistic going into the game with them what you have,
Yeah,
and you got to play to your strengths and
yeah,
not too much towards their weaknesses.
yeah,
So that
absolutely.
being said, if I was looking at this team, A, I would know where number 42 is.
Yeah.
B, I would hold on to that ball, limit their touches. Right off the bat, just seeing
Yeah,
half of this game, that's what I would do as a team going into it, playing them. Um, that being said, those would be the first two things I would try to eliminate
yeah,
right away.
yeah. I'd say have the ball for 60% of the time, whichever way you can.
Yeah,
Six.
tough to do, but um,
It's like
that would be your goal to have the
you.
ball more than
If I had to
they do. Yep.
talk to a team and say what do we want to achieve, I'd say 50% plus. I want the ball,
Yep.
just because we need to execute on every easy opportunity,
Well,
every break,
Well, then you have face-offs and saves that play into that
no,
too. But yeah,
yeah, no dumb little mistakes.
yeah, you can't do unforced turnovers, and you can't
Yeah,
take quick,
exactly.
shots that are. You have to
I know.
pick your shots. Don't
I
just
know.
take a shot. Take a good shot. Take
Yeah,
your best shot.
yeah. So that's where I would go with
Yep.
that. And I think then after that, you're looking at, well, a chance.
Um,
But definitely Hampstead the team to beat around here. Amsterdam might, however, regroup. They only had 11 guys. Maybe there was a carload of guys waiting on the
yeah,
motorway somewhere. It is Friday. We have a whole 2 days of lacrosse ahead of
absolutely.
us.
Great tournament here, and let me say something about the city of Ghent. I've been all over with World Lacrosse and dozens of cities to do these development clinics, and Ghent is just a beautiful city with great people.
You know what's the best thing is?
How's
Next
that?
year we can do this again. You and I commenting on the first game of the tournament,
Yeah.
and then we'll go get a fresh. I apologize in advance to our Belgian friends when I try to pronounce the Belgian beer's name. I'm just going to say it's going to be a nice Blanche. Well, it's
Blanche.
French.
Blanche.
They're laughing because in Belgium there are two languages spoken.
Well, I speak Long Islandese, so nobody understands what I'm
I
saying.
think everyone understood you just fine, Coach.
Yeah.
So I'd say we're the next game we're going to see is the game between Hamburg, the German national champion,
Uh huh.
and thereafter I'm just going to quickly cheat and look onto my cheat sheet. And I'm on 4G against the Wi-Fi. It is Hamburg against Nordia. So Nordia is basically the Swedish champion, a by reputation very physical team with all the
Well,
capability to play. Think hockey, think box lacrosse, think big, strong, fast. And then you have Hamburg, clinical,
yeah.
athletic team that had to work a long time to get to where they are, loaded with German national team players and with a very effective coach, Peter Santos, who's also the head coach of the German under 19 team that had a big win over Team England this year at the first European under 19 championships.
It's great. You got that all off your phone? Man, if it's not written on paper for me, it's not being said.
I've been around for a little bit.
Technology is just passing me by.
Yeah, no, it's more that the game starts at 6:30. We'll be back by then. We'll take a quick break and a gulp of
Well,
water and whatnot.
thanks for having
Uh,
me up here, and
Thanks to
really
you,
appreciate the
Coach
opportunity to be
Trigg,
here.
for helping out, and we will talk to you in about 20 minutes. Talk to you then. Thank you so much for your time. Bye bye.
Bye.